What is going on, everybody? If you guys know me, you know I love Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon are probably like neck and neck. I don't really know which one's better, but pretty much I was playing Crash Bandicoot, right? No, I wasn't. I was actually, just stick with me for the story, right? But I was playing it and I somewhat remembered an iOS version of the game, and like I didn't know, like I thought it was like the Mandela effect, where like some people knew about it and other people didn't, but it actually never existed, something like that, right? But like I remembered seeing commercials about it or something. So then I kind of went on the App Store and then I went and typed in Crash. I found a bunch of these like Crash weird games that had nothing to do with Crash Bandicoot. Then I typed in Crash Bandicoot and I literally could not find anything. And this was just like last week. So I tried different spellings and everything like that. I still couldn't find it. So I went ahead and I went on Google, okay? And at first I thought like this is the Mandela effect. Like there's no way it would not be on the App Store and it not really exist, because like that would just make no sense. So I went on Google and I actually found out that this Crash Bandicoot game actually did exist, and it was a Crash Bandicoot game, fully licensed. It was an actual one that was built for iOS, and this was actually came out in 2009. And now we're in 2018 right now. I know 2019 is about to come out, but I just found that so weird. Like, how is that even possible? So then I went and I actually looked at gameplay footage and everything, and it seems like a pretty decent game, I'm not gonna lie. Now, some things did look a little weird, like the faces and stuff, but the overall footage didn't seem that bad, and I was kind of asking myself, like, what is the problem here? And another cool thing about this game was that in 2009, it was the highest paid app on the App Store of 2009. So if you can think back 9 years ago, this was the most bought app in the App Store, which is crazy to think that a Crash Bandicoot game that came out so many years ago could still have an influence on the mobile industry. And that kind of really is weird, because had they just kept that kind of same momentum going, they could have been who knows how big now. And that's how huge mobile gaming is. But that's pretty crazy that that was the case. But you also have to remember that this was 2009, so there weren't really that many apps out there compared to what we have now. There was still a lot, but now here's the weird thing, and I can't really think how this would affect it long term, but on iOS 7, which came out years and years ago, and it's so weird I'm bringing up iOS in this because I talk about iOS on my main channel, but iOS 7 was released in 2013, and apparently this game actually crashes on a specific cutscene. So whenever it opens, the game actually crashes, so you can't actually go further into the game. But like I said, I don't have the game installed. I don't have any way to access it, so I don't know any way to verify that. But I'm sure that's the case if it's on Wikipedia, right? So after I read all that stuff on Wikipedia, I scrolled down and I saw that another Crash Bandicoot game was released in 2010 by the same exact company, which I never heard of, Crash Bandicoot Nitro Kart 2. So the first one was Crash Bandicoot Nitro Kart 3D. So the second one was Crash Bandicoot Nitro Kart 2. And they're two completely different games. I would expect they were the same thing, but they're actually not. But not even joking, Crash Bandicoot Nitro Kart 2, which was the later one released, that was literally just blocked from the App Store like not even 2 months ago. Like it's September right now, July 25th. 2018, that's when that game was removed from the App Store. So I was literally just like a month away from downloading it out of the 7-year span that it had, or 8-year span. And apparently these games weren't even that bad, and I looked at footage, and for games and apps that were released 8-9 years ago, it doesn't look that bad at all. And I'm showing footage right now. I'll link to the actual footage down in the description where you guys can go and support these people, whoever did it. But that's so crazy. And the weird thing is like, if you're going to make a game like this, right, if you're going to spend tons and tons of resources, I mean, to make a game even like Crash Bandicoot Nitro Kart 3D, that takes a lot of people to build, I'm sure, and it takes a huge team. It costs a lot of money, it costs a lot of time, and you have to hire these developers, and I'm sure marketing costs and all that stuff. But why would you want to delete that app if it's making you money, especially the highest paid app at one point? Why would you want to delete that from the App Store, make it stop creating you revenue? And they did the same thing about Crash Bandicoot Nitro Kart 2. Like, why would they delete that? It's not doing anybody harm. Why would they do that? And so I went and saw the company of Activision, and that was the company who actually made all these games. And I tried to look further into their company, but I really couldn't find anything that really, leaned me towards saying, oh, this is the reason why they deleted these games. Maybe there was like a communication error between them and the other company, or maybe Apple found something in their app. But no, it was none of that. So it's super weird why this company would do that, especially after they spend so much money acquiring the Crash Bandicoot brand, and then they would go and not even release any more games or anything, because they could make so much money if they just kept that momentum going. But it's weird that instead of developing more games, they actually took those games out of the App Store instead of developing more. So that's super weird. I think the only way to access these games right now is if you actually purchase those apps. I think you can still get a copy of them through your App Store. I have no idea. If somebody is able to, you can go ahead and DM me or tweet me on Twitter. I would love to see if you're actually able to get into it. And if you want to sell me your phone with it, then I'll probably buy it. But that is pretty much it. Those are the secret Crash Bandicoot games, and I was expecting to make this video only about that one game, but apparently there were multiple games like that. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions or you have anything to add, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. But like I said, this is the second channel. My main channel, I talk more about, iPhones and Androids and more tech stuff. So if you want to go follow me there, it's Simple Alpaca. You guys can go onto the main channel. I'm sure you guys already know about it, but there's also a link in the description where you can get to it too. Check out the other links down there too, my Instagram, my Twitter. Please subscribe to this channel as well. I need to get 1,000 subscribers on this channel right now. I think we're almost at 500, but we need 1,000. So if you guys could hit that, that would mean so much. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.